Hi everyone, this is Rakesh and welcome back to my channel Nova's Ascendant. Today we are going to learn how to create a pivot table in few steps. Have you ever found yourself with a massive spreadsheet data and you're struggling to make a sense of it all? If you see here, we have this sales region data where you find a lot of dimensions called region, products, and some aggregation values like quantity, price, discount, and total price. So if you try to analyze this data, there are n number of rows and columns. And if I ask you which region is winning and which product is failing, it will become more difficult for you to tell exact number. That is why you need pivot table to solve this issue. So get ready. I will show you in a simple steps how you can prepare your data in a pivot table, which will show your data in a dynamic way. To create pivot table, you just need to go to Insert tab where you find a pivot table option under Tables group. Click here and you will find an option called From Table Range. Select this. So by default it has selected the complete data range and it is asking you want to create the pivot table in new worksheet or an existing worksheet. So now we are going to create the pivot table in a new worksheet. So I select this. There you go. It has created. Before going to understand the pivot table, first we need to understand the pivot table fields. This is very important, guys. So here we have total 5 boxes. First one is the field box where you find all the field names. It is nothing but just a column names where the data is reside. And if you see here, we have 4 boxes here. First one is for filters, columns, rows and values. So we will see one by one and how it works. Okay. And one more important thing, this is the contextual tabs. If you selected the pivot table, it will visible. If you selected in a non-area, so it will disappear. Okay. So don't get panic if you are not seeing these tabs. Okay. If you want to see that again, just select here and these options will be visible here directly. Come, what exactly you want to analyze in the raw data. Okay. For me, I just want to analyze the total sales on region. Okay, to do that, what I will do, I will drag this region into rows. Okay, so I got total all rows here and I want to see the total sales price. So I will drag this into values. So currently I'm using only 2 boxes. So first we will understand what exactly these boxes are. So this is the row box where you will find all kind of dimensions and this is the value box. And remember one thing, never drag any text or dimensions into values because by default it will do the count. It doesn't make any sense if you are dropping any dimensions here. Okay, so always try to drag numbers like sales or a product values, scores kind of things. So what it will do, it generally do the aggregation like sum, average, minimum, max. So by default, it is doing sum now. Okay. So if I want to see the average, so just I will click here, click on the value field settings. You can change whatever the aggregation you want, average, count, sum. So the question will come again, no, I want to see the sales price at the same time I want to see the average sales price. No worries, you can drag the same field multiple times in the values and you can simply change it to average. But if you see the decimal places of these numbers are looking odd, to fix this, just click on that sales data and just go to number formatting, select number and decimal places. Now I'm mentioning 2. If you don't want decimal places, just make it to 0. So it will remove all decimal places. We'll do the same thing for this average too. See, now we can see regional wise total sales price and average sales price. Okay, so now we covered 2 boxes and now next we'll going to see the filter box. What exactly the use of this filter box? So to find out that, what I will do, I will drag this product into filters. Okay, so now you see here, so we'll find an additional filter here. So if you drill down, so you'll find out chairs, desk, laptops. So I just want to see the sales price on laptops. Just select this, click OK. So you will see the total sales price per laptop. If you want to select multiple items, just check this box and it will allow you to select multiple options here. That's it. It is very easy to filter your data, to analyze your data, and it is very useful. And next thing, I just want to see what exactly this column box will do. For that, what I will do, I will keep only one single column in the value so that the data look clean. Okay, so I will remove this average. I will try to drag the store locations in the columns. See, this is the store location A sales, B sales, C and D sales, and this is the grand totals. Okay, so like this way, if you want to show your data in rows and columns, it will fix. And in this context, you need to keep only one value so the data look clean. Okay. Not only this, if you want, you can drag multiple dimensions into rows. For instance, can we drag salesperson? Yeah, we can drag salesperson into rows. If you see, each region has a different salesperson and each salesperson have different values. Okay, but currently it is not looking that it is not organized. To change this design, you need to go to this design tab, and here you will find an option called report layout pivot table. From here you can change the layout of your pivot table. So we will see one by one. So first one is the show in compact form. So when you select this is the by default form. When you go for the next one, show in an outlier, where it will separate the salesperson and center. Fine. So I will go for a tabular form. It is a very famous one of the most of the people worldwide use this option. So it looks neat and clean, everything organized. Okay. Not only this, we have two more options here. If we want, we can repeat all the region. When you select it, it will show a region for each individual rows. If you don't want, you can disable this. No issues. And this is an important thing, blank rows. If you insert a blank row, it will separate each category into a separate section. See, where you can analyze each category in a different way. So if you see this raw data, it is very difficult to understand, but now see, the data is so simple, anyone can easily understand this data. Okay, so I'm removing these blank cells. Okay, and if you mistakenly close this pane, okay, and you selected and you cannot find that pane, okay, don't worry, you can easily make it visible just by clicking on this field list pane. Okay, and now we are going to see the slicers, how slicers are helpful in this pivot table. Okay, so what I will do, instead of that, I just want to see the regional manager, because we have filled all the boxes. We don't have any spaces. If we are again dropping multiple fields into columns, so it will become so clumsy. So what I will do, I will add this regional manager to the slicer. To do that, just right click on this manager and add it to slicer. See, so now added this to the regional manager. So if I want to see the Eric sales, see, it simply shows Eric. I want to see the Ryan. So like this way, you can change, you can add filters into slicers. If you are not comfortable with this, you can add slicers. For example, I just want to add products also in the slicers. Yeah, I will do that. I will go to here. Instead, I will remove this from here and I will add this product into slicer. See, now I have two slicers where I can see. I just want to see the chairs, laptops, and for different managers. Okay, region managers, phones. You can select multiple filters. It is very easy to analyze the data. Not only this, if you want to do any calculation inside the pivot table, it is possible. We can do that in a few steps. Now I will show you how can you do calculation inside the pivot table. To do that, first we will arrange the data in a normal section so that you can easily understand what exactly changes you are doing in the raw data. Okay, so now you see I have arranged the data. This is the region wise sum of quantity and sum of unit price. I just want to multiply these two fields. Okay, to do that, you just need to go to the pivot table analyze, and there you find an option called calculation group. Okay, inside this you need to click on this field items and sets. Just click on that and select the calculated field. Here you can do any calculation within the raw data. So you no need to do any kind of calculation directly in the raw data. Whatever the calculation you want to do, you can do here right here itself. Okay. So I will mention as total price, total sales price. So here we need to add that fields. To add quantity and multiplied with unit price. Okay. So I have added this and click on OK. So you see. So we got the sum of quantity multiplied by unit price. Okay. So you got the total sales price directly here itself. So like this way you can do a lot of different kind of calculations inside the pivot table. After creating your calculation, you can select whatever the fields you want to show. If you want to select multiple items, just click on this and you can select multiple items, and where you can say the exact numbers, what exactly you want to see and what exactly you want to show to your operation teams or clients or your customers. See how simple it is. Pivot tables are a game changer for data analysis and reporting. Okay, so go and do practice and learn it. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. See you in next video.